Hey guys, welcome back to Reviews and How-Tos. I'm Tyler. Today we are checking out the ALLPOWERS R1500. And this was sent to us by ALLPOWERS for us to check out. Now this is a portable power station. If you're not sure what that is, basically it's a giant power bank, like one that you would hook your phone up to. But this one here, you can run full-blown electric devices with it. It's great for travel. It's great for camping, things like that, or just at home as like a backup. You can run like your refrigerators, microwaves, all types of home appliances. I've got a space heater here actually, and this thing pulls about 1400 watts. So we're going to use it so we can pull a whole bunch with this. I can show you how powerful it is. 1800 watts maximum, 3000 watts peak. So what that peak means, it doesn't mean you can run it at that. You shouldn't be running it more than 1800. But some devices, like if they have a compressor in them, whenever they first power up, they'll go above that 1800 by a little bit and then go back down. So I'm going to show you how well it works. I've already been using it now for about 2 weeks. Actually took it outside, did some lawn work with it, had it hooked up to my bush trimmer. It worked really, really well. I was surprised. That thing only pulled, like 300 watts. I thought it would pull more, but yeah. So let's do some testing with this thing so you guys can see how well it works. I've got the little watt meter and stuff hooked up on here, so let's do that. All right, so here we are close up on the ALLPOWERS. We'll go ahead and push this button up front. As you can see, we are currently at 62%. And in order to activate the DC, we'll go ahead and push this button right here. AC is this button right here. You have two wireless chargers here up top, both rated for 15 watts. You got two USB-As. Those are rated for 18 watts. You got your USB-Cs right here, and those are rated for 100 watts. I did hook those up, tested them out, and they do actually push that 100 watts. And then you have your 1, 2, 3, 4 AC plugs right here. And then you have a DC output that you could, like in a vehicle, like the little cigarette lighter adapter type thing. So we'll go ahead and plug this in, and I'll show you how fast it does charge the actual unit itself. I currently have it set on the highest setting, so we should get about 1500 watts on the input. Takes just a second to power up. Right here is where you will see your reading. And then it slowly ramps up to ensure that it properly conditions that battery. As you can see, we're at almost 1000 already, and then you'll hear the fan kick on. Secondary fan just kicked on. And there we go, 1500. So it will keep it right there around that 1500. You'll see it dip back down. There we go. Now we're going to plug in this space heater here, and this space heater does pull about 1500 watts. So go ahead and show that to you here really quick, and we will disconnect this power so that you can see that it is powering it all on its own right there. And I've got this little device right here to where we can check all of our readings. So we'll plug it in as well. Make sure you all can see that. Yep, you can. And then our AC button, which is right behind here, it's already on. So we should be able to turn on our space heater here, and it will start drawing. As you can see right here and right here are readings. Currently at 1600 right there. It's going to dip back down. That's that little bit of peak power right there. And then there we go, right back down to about 1500 or so. And then you can see the numbers here, both very similar. We can switch through here and see that it is pulling 120.5 volts. So this is pushing the proper amount of voltage. 11.6 amps is what it's pushing right there. And then we're back here. This was reading 1384. This one's reading 1375, 1382, 1373. So they're within about 10 watts each. So overall, there's probably a little bit difference on this one and a little bit difference on this one. So pretty accurate right there. And like I said, this isn't hooked up to anything at all right now. It is completely operating off of this. As you saw, that peaked up to just over 1600 watts with absolutely no problems. And this right here, you're going to get 26 minutes out of it because, like I said, it's pulling quite a bit right there. Total power capacity on this is 1,152 watts. And then they do sell additional batteries that you can hook up to this. Over here on the side, I'll show that to you here really quick. Right here, this just opens right up, and this is where you will connect those additional batteries. You can connect up to 2 on here. However, on those batteries, you can also connect additional ones on there as well, I believe. So this, according to the product page, it says that you can connect up to 3 batteries total. So, and each one of those batteries also is capable of 1,152 watts. So if you hook up all 3 batteries and this one, that's going to put you at what, about 4,600 watt hours or so. So decent amount of power overall. And then over here on this other side, I'll go ahead and show it to you really quick what we got going on. All right, so you've got your AC input right there. You've got your solar input right here. And then you have your reset button right here as well. Go ahead and close that back up. And then speaking of those solar panels, I'll go ahead and show you a quick clip of me outside with those. I did set them up as you see. And if I remember correctly, I was pulling about 120 something watts from the sun on that. It was a little bit later in the afternoon, evening time, so the sun wasn't directly up top. So obviously, if I, maybe had them out during the middle of the day and pointed it more directly to the sun, I could have got closer to the 200 watts, which is what that panel was rated at, which is what came with this product as well. It is capable of up to, I believe, 650 on the solar. Let me double check that here really quick. Yep, 650 watts solar input is the max that you can put on this. So if you want to get bigger panels or, connect panels in parallel series and then connect them up to this, whatever you want to do, you can do that. But yeah, overall, I've been super satisfied with this. I've had absolutely no issues with it. Like I said the other day, whenever I was running it outside, it was like 105 degrees outside. It's been super hot here in Oklahoma, so it handled the heat very well. And then the other day, whenever I was experimenting with the solar panels, same thing. It was a super hot day. Didn't have any problems with it at all then either. No overheating or anything. And then there is also an app with this generator, as there are with most generators like this these days. In order to get it to work, you're going to push this button right here down for about 3 seconds. That turns on your Bluetooth and your Wi-Fi, and then you'll have the ALLPOWERS app right here, and then you can connect it via Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. We're gonna do Bluetooth real quick. You just click next on here. It automatically detects it right there. You click it, and then it will load it up, and boom, there we go. We have all of the readings on here that we have on this as well. Now, in the app, you can adjust some settings. One of the main settings on here is going to be the work mode. Currently, we are on the fast mode, which enables it to charge up to 1,500 watts. If we take it to the standard mode, it's going to take this down to, can't even remember what it was, because I always just have it on the fast. Looks like right at 1,000 watts. And then there is a mute mode to where it charges so slow that it doesn't even have to have that fan on there running. And I believe that's at 400 watts is what it takes it down to. Yeah, it takes it down to 400 watts. And then there is an eco mode, and you can set a timer on it whenever you have that eco mode on to where this will automatically turn off after a certain amount of hours. And then you can obviously control everything as far as your AC just turned on, DC just turned on. You can switch between 60 hertz and 50 hertz. Here in the US, almost everything runs on 60 hertz. I'm not sure if maybe the 50 hertz is for different countries. But yeah, that's pretty much everything that is available here in the app. Again, it is the ALLPOWERS app. And in order to get to the Wi-Fi Bluetooth settings, you're going to hold down this button for 3 seconds. And the same thing, whenever you want to turn it off, you'll hold it down for 3 seconds and it turns it off as well. Button up here turns it off. You actually can see those numbers on there a little bit still if it was like, you know, you get down there and look really well. But this is just pretty much a backlight. Whenever this reaches 5%, it will automatically turn off just to preserve that battery. And then if it does drain all the way to 0, whenever it turns on and you're hooking it up to power, it slowly ramps up. So you're not going to get to 1500 until you are at 10% on this. So bumps up about 150 watts every 1%. So whenever you're at 1%, the max it's going to take in is 150 watts, and then 300, and then a 450, and then 600 until it ramps all the way up to that 1500 in regards to the inputs. And then I'm assuming it's going to be the same thing with the solar panels. However, I did not test that with the solar panels. I didn't take it down to 0, but that one time, just because you shouldn't do that. But yeah, overall, really like it. Highly recommend it. Again, no problems at all with this bad boy. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and drop them down there in the comments. And as always, please like, subscribe to the video if you did like it. And we'll see you next time here on Reviews and How-Tos.